Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to ServiceNow Interview Guide. ServiceNow AI Control Tower is very much in news. So I thought let's create few good interview questions for that. So let me start with the question number one. In simple terms, what problems the ServiceNow AI controller is solving? So you already know that most companies are now using AI, right? But most of the things in the AI are scattered. A chatbot from one vendor, a custom model in the cloud, some features of Now Assist, or you can say some Now Assist use cases on the platform. Okay, all owned by different teams who are trying AI on their own basis. So there is no a single place where you see what AI exists, who owns it, what data is using, and how risky it is. Okay, so this is quite becoming a big issue for the risk team, leadership teams, as well as the legal teams. So now we can say this is the problem which AI control tower is solving. Okay. And you can say that AI control tower solves that by giving a central inventory of AI system and use cases along with various workflows to assess, to do the assessment, approve and monitor these AI things over time. So now once we have the AI control tower, instead of guessing where is the AI is used, you have a one source of truth and a governed process that actually around it. Okay. So this is what a kind of problem which this AI control tower is actually solving. Next question, what are the main building blocks of AI control tower? Okay, so there are quite few AI control tower building blocks. The first one is AI inventory. Okay, this is the record representing AI model, agent, and solutions. This AI inventory is having details like owner, purpose, provider, and the risk level. Okay. Now the second thing is intake and assessments. In this, we have the new AI ideas comes in via forms and then pass through impact and risk questionnaires and then finally routed for approvals. This is the important thing, approval. Third kind of block is lifecycle and issues. It is there to track each AI system from proposal to production. Okay, and capture the issues such as, very common issues like biasness, hallucination, or the policy breach as the AI issues record. The fourth building block is dashboard and analytics. It is giving AI leads and risk teams visibility into where AI is being used and how the value and the spend are distributed. So these are the four main building blocks of AI control tower, which you can highlight in the interviews. Let's move to the question number 3. How does AI control tower integrate with CMDB and other ServiceNow data? Very important question. So, in this case, you can share like AI control tower runs on the same platform as CMDB. So we can say that AI systems can be related to CIs that represent application, services, or other infrastructure component in ServiceNow. Such type of relationships let you see for a given business impact, not only its server application, but also which AI capabilities, okay, are going to be affected or are supporting it and what kind of risk level it is carrying. Okay, so this is important point here. Along with that, it also connect with risk and compliance applications. Because of that, assessments, controls, and issues are being handled, okay, using the same structure as other enterprise risks are having. So because of this only, we can say that, okay, life cycle tasks, approvals, and remediation actions. All these are standard ServiceNow workflows that team already understand. So this is a, kind of very good integration between these two systems. Next question is, people says that AI control tower can discover, observe, govern, and secure AI. Okay, what does this mean in the real life? So let's start with number one, that is discover. It means building a complete inventory of AI. And that is by registering use cases through various intake, okay, and pulling data as well from the connected platform and services. So this is about discover. Then what is observe here? It means monitoring usage, performance, and issues over time through dashboards and AI issue records. Okay, so changes in the behavior or quality are properly visible and we can take actions on that. Then we have govern. So it is all about controlled intake. Okay. It is about standardized risk and impact assessment, approvals, and periodic review of each AI system. Okay. And all of these are tracked as a record there. Then we have the secure. It focuses on assessment, data protection, and policy enforcement. And finally, ensure that AI use is totally aligned with the security controls. And there is always an audit trail exist for further investigation or later investigations. Let's move to the next question. Question number 5. Can we walk through a realistic life cycle of an AI use case managed by the AI control tower? So yes, we can do this via some examples. Okay, with respect to each and every stage. So first of all, it starts with intake. So in this, a product owner submits a new AI use case, such as AI assistance for customer support, okay, into AI control tower. After that, this intake triggers the impact and risk assessment, where the security, legal, and the risk stakeholders review the data usage, various regulations, and kind of potential harms before doing any kind of approval there. So after this stage, once it is approved, the AI solution is created in the inventory. It is linked to a relevant application or service, okay, and then moved into the build, test, or production stages. Finally, once it is deployed, it is in production. Its risk status, issues, and performance is again going to be monitored. Okay, if it becomes too risky or it is stopping delivering the values, it can be flagged for retraining or maybe for decommissioning via workflows. So this is a complete set of use case that actually happened in terms of AI control tower. And now you see everything is managed by AI control tower only. You need not to go to other application or any other thing. You have a central place to do all such controls, to do all sort of life cycle here. Okay. Question number 6. What type of risks and compliance checks can AI control tower support? Okay. So in this case, we have to answer like AI control tower supports configurable risk and impact questionnaires. Okay. That capture things like data sensitivity, use of personal data, potential bias, and regulatory impact. To make it more useful, these assessment can be aligned with the framework the organization cares about, such as internal AI policy or external regulation and standards. You should also share that each kind of AI solution gets a risk rating and may require control or mitigation, which are tracked as a task or kind of record linked to that solution. So over time, when the system is in production, dashboard highlight the high risk AI systems, okay, overdue assessments and unresolved issues. So the risk team know where is the focus and what they have to do there. How does AI control tower help when an AI system start misbehaving? For example, hallucination or given bias output. That is a good question and very real time question. And it is happening a lot. So in this case, when an AI system misbehaves, team can log an kind of AI issue in the AI control tower. Okay. And it captures details such as incident, impact, and affected solution. And once it is done, that particular issue is linked directly to the AI solution record and routed via workflow to the responsible owner and other supports team, where they will look into it in more details. Finally, after that, follow-up actions happens like disabling a feature, adjust the prompt, retraining, or adding some control. Okay. All these things can be tracked as a task and changes on the platform. So this type of capabilities are being introduced via AI control tower. Finally, the history of the issues and the resolutions stay attached to the AI solution. And because of that, there is a kind of audit trail which is telling like how this situation was handled over time. Okay. So this is how we take care of these misbehaving things. Question number 8. What real world risk or pain point does AI control tower reduce for a CIO or CISO? Okay. So this question is very important because with the help of AI Control Tower, it is a kind of tackling shadow AI, where the team deploy AI tools without informing the security or risk. Okay. And by forcing AI through a central intake or registration process. Along with that, it also improves audit readiness by providing or storing approvals, assessments, and issue of system records instead of just scattered document or slides. Okay. It's a great help for these leaders. Along with that, it also gives leadership a consolidated view of AI risk posture, okay, across the organization by highlighting the high risk systems and overdue reviews. Okay, so you can take actions accordingly. We can also add here that it also helps ensuring AI interact with the sensitive data only under the defined control and oversight. And that is definitely reducing the compliance and the data exposure risk. Okay, so these are the few things which are obviously very important and are being given by AI Control Tower for CIO and CISO. Question number 9. What are the limit of AI Control Tower? What does it not do that people might think or assure that it is doing? Okay, one good question because there are various misconceptions as well. So you have to be aware, okay, the scope of AI Control Tower. So we can say that AI Control Tower is not a model training or hosting platform. It is there to govern AI system, but the models themselves still run in their respective cloud and tools. Okay, this is first part. Secondly, it does not automatically fix the bias, hallucination, drift. Okay, it is not there to rectify, but it is there to detect, log, and coordinate the response. But in this also, the technical team has to take action. They has to, still adjust or retrain the models once they have these things detected and shared. Next thing we can say that it does not replace all local team processes, but instead it adds a central layer of visibility and governance across them. Okay, so it is not impacting your data or anything. It's a just governance layer at the top. So by understanding all these things, we can say that it is a kind of governance and observability layer on top of your organizational AI systems. Okay, but it is not all in one AI engine. You have to think or you have to understand that properly. So I hope this is done for this question. Question number 10, the last question. How would you position AI Control Tower to leadership audience in 1 or 2 minutes? Okay, so now basically what you can say to higher management in nutshell. So, I will frame it like this as a single place to see, control, and prove how AI is being used in your organization. It gives a full inventory of AI system, structured approval, and risk assessment for new initiatives, okay? And clear dashboards for your risk, values, and spend. For leaders like CIO or CISO, that means they can answer 3 key questions at any time. That is, where AI is used, whether it is compliant and secure or not. And third one is whether it is delivering the expected outcome or not. And basically, this is the main thing which we really want to know, right? If we implement or if we, kind of added any kind of AI layer in our company. So finally, we can say that. So finally, about AI Control Tower, we can say that, or we can project it as a strategic control point, but not just another feature. Okay, it turns AI from scattered experience into a governed and auditable program. So this is it for these questions, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you like it. I will add few more questions later. Thank you so much. Subscribe and share.